Ba 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 ba. What up? Oh, I need to close that background. Tee. Hello. New setup? Who this? We're in a new setup. I hope the camera looks a lot better for you guys because um this is a new camera and a new setup. A bunch of new stuff. Oh my gosh. Sorry, I'm still getting used to like moving everything to the right place. So let me move this mic over here and then won't have problems with the audio anymore because I can edit it. Basically, like I have my painting desk next to my like actual PC now, so I can actually do things. Machine horse, true. I need to bring up. We'll see. There we go. So yeah, I just rotate one of my monitors, and then I still have chat and everyone here, but I have my own dedicated paint desk. It's pretty sick. So yeah, like normally I was streaming my painting from a phone, but this is a DSLR, so it looks really nice, and I'm very excited. So I'm going to move not that this over here so I can see it from my other monitor. Oh my god, brother, this is so cool. But yeah, we're gonna be painting horsies because I bought horsies, just secondhand, and because I was gonna play the Cyber Canaans one. What is it, Cohort Acquisitus? It doesn't look like it's gonna be as good as I thought it was gonna be. Um, but you know, well, I didn't think it was gonna be good. It was more so I was hoping it would be good. You know what I mean? Um, so yeah, I got Jay the Fucker. So I kind of like to start a little bit so the stream isn't just me like setting up the base colors and stuff, and it's the more exciting stuff. Um, so I just did like dark reds and silvers. So we'll be doing lighter reds on the cloaks because I like the horse to be darker red. Except this part, I need to clean this part. We'll be doing lighter reds on the cloak. We'll be doing silvers, and then we'll be doing washes, and we'll be on our way. Oh, and golds too. So yeah, it should be nice. Should move this chat here so I can actually see. Got notified today that my free AdMech sprues are ready to get picked up. Probably gonna go grab them tomorrow. Free AdMech sprues. What the fuck? Horsies, you're playing the Bretonians now. It makes sense going from one barely human faction to the other. There was only one time I ever played Bretonia in Total War Warhammer 3. And um I was online and I was playing like I don't remember what my list was. I'll just remember like at the end of the game, it was just like one of my lords left. And it was just like a basic lord. And he had like 3 tanks that didn't have ammunition, so they kept running at me. But then the lord kept scaring them away, so he just routed. And I was like, wow, this one guy I was just tanking three little steam tanks from the Empire, and he fucking won. This shit was funny as fuck. I had to like dodge though, like macro or like do micro movement because the cannons they weren't completely out of ammo. At least the first two weren't. So I was like dodging my little fucking captain. I was like, "Oh, watch out, man! Watch out! Watch out!" Stupid. Also, supposed to be getting a ninth edition codex soon. I got one because I really wanted to try to play 8th and ninth at some point. Yeah, should be fun. Just remember that 8th and ninth were like really lethal. How good do you think horses are now, both versions? I think Cerberus Raiders still have play. They've always kind of had play. Um, I think they're pretty good right now. Um, I don't know about Sulfur Hounds. I still don't think there's something that you really necessarily want to go after. Would a Canis Rex fit with an AdMech list? Just playing with the idea, it can absolutely work in an AdMech list. I don't know if it's gonna work well, but it could. Horses or disguised servitors. I'm printing a servitor battle clade right now because I intend to run 3. But there's some like the ERAD list that I was playing. I ran these guys because they're Skitarii and they have some synergy with the detachment. In that sense, I like running horses over servitors, but servitors are probably just better, especially since everyone's pretty high on Lords of the Forge. I like my fantasy army to be Blood Dragon Vampire counts. That's pretty sick, yeah. I want to like vampire counts because I like every unit except the vampires. When are you going to play 120 skitty squads in one list? Never. Fuck that. Very excited for my call that arrived today. Gonna have a lot of fun painting him, that's for sure. He's not the worst to paint. I did hold him off for a couple years because I was kind of terrified, but he really isn't that bad. He's not too bad to paint. I would just separate like a couple of his limbs. So let me clean this up. I'm pretty bad about moving out of frame, so yell at me if I move out of frame. But I think okay, I have to paint lower. Sorry, let me take out my glasses because can't see. Okay. Try to make sure that the camera is actually focusing. God damn it. I might have to set the camera to do a little bit better on the focus. I got this like arm from Amazon and it's like so much shorter than I thought it was, so it's kind of like far back into my desk when I like to paint like really close to my face. So I'm trying my best. Do it, flood the zone with skitties. I think I only own like 6 squads of Skitari, so I think that a Skitari Hunter cohort would go better with them, right? Stealth is rather good. Yeah, I mean, I think Cerberus Raiders work like they're better when they synergize over Battleclade, if that makes sense. Because like the good thing is that a lot of the terrain pieces in this edition are pretty big, and they're pretty open. So like mounted doesn't have as big a problem as like having to trot around an L-shaped ruin. You know what I mean? So it is better in that regard. And then I think, well, I still like Servitor Battleclade because they can just ignore the walls altogether. But if there's a certain synergy in place, like say Skitari and Erad cohort, or Servitor or cohort Quisitus, or in your example, Skitari Hunter cohort, then I think it's probably better to just take horses then. Especially Skitari Hunter cohort, because you are kind of incentivized to take a little bit more battle line than usual, so they get more use out of their ability. Oh, they're disguised servitors? I got you. Yeah, no, you're right. Now that you have a few games of 11th under your collection, do you feel like it's going to be what do you feel is going to be strong for you specifically, whether it's attachments, units, or compositions? Um for me specifically, I'm kind of like an oddball out because I feel like a lot of people are kind of playing like more gunline lists. Um and I always liked AdMech as like a melee rush army, which is kind of weird, but I do like it. So for me, I've been playing a lot of Erad cohort, and I know that I've been pretty critical about it in the past, but I feel like with the points drops on the units that got them, it's like I guess more viable in a way. So is like some shooting, but like I guess what I'm trying to say is like Fusiliers are really good into Conquer, right? Because they can ignore cover, so you're never hitting on 5s, you're only hitting on 4s, and then you can get rerolls. And they dropped quite a bit, because you can get up to AP -4 last cannons, if you really need to. And then those guys typically want to be in a boat, and boats are really good in Conquer. They're not so good in Protector, but they are really good in Conquer. Um, what else? The Dragoons going down was a really big change in my opinion. I'm very high on that. Ruststalkers don't start taking penalties until 3. And I believe they went down 5, wasn't it? Don't they cost the same as infiltrators now? So there's just been like a lot of changes that like kind of make me want to play melee even more, and I think in a better way, like a durable melee. Oh, and then like of course like Lords of the Forge, if you don't decide to go Eradication cohort. Thuli has a beat stick, so she does really well into that. Your Tech Priests are more punchy because of it, because they can actually survive in like extended combat. So there's just a lot of good things, I think. So for me personally, like I've kind of liked Purge the Foe. It is kind of dumb. It is kind of overpowered in my opinion. Um, but I think it's a lot more viable to just kind of skew into killing your opponent. That said, I think AdMech probably isn't its biggest strength. That's just how I play. I'd say, if anything, probably priority assets is our best disposition, because we're very good at doing actions and like killing one thing, maybe two, things like that. And we can hold points because we're deceptively tanky. So that is my opinion. Sorry, let me rechat. Semi-related question: Should I paint the two tongs, Repex and Predators I primed, or should I start working on building 120 Tech Marines that I got from the Horus Heresy box? Probably the tanks. Aren't Tech Marines like still kind of in the crosshairs to go to Legends? How will you ever play an Apocalypse game with so few units? I don't plan to ever. This doesn't sound like my thing. A lot of people seem to be playing Purge. Yeah, because Purge is like really easy. Um, and it is kind of strong. So like, this is probably going to be a video at some point if I'm being completely honest. But um, I've always had this like opinion about Purge when it got released, and I'm not gonna say that people were like doubting me. Sorry, I'm trying to fix this chat because it is like, here, we'll put it up here. I'm not trying to say that like people were doubting me, but I think people just didn't see it the way that I saw it, and then now people are kind of starting to see it that way. Because I was saying that like the biggest problem with Purge, when you incentivize somebody to kill, and then that's how they score, and then other people have to be preoccupied by doing other things, then naturally you're going to like outskill them in a way, right? You both have this many pieces, right? And then they kill this much, you kill this much, you have to do actions. So then you have less things to kill them. So then they kill this much next turn. You kill this much because you're still doing actions as your primary. And then like the gap is just continues to widen, and they're rewarded for that while you're not. And just that like naturally just removing pieces off the board means you can do less, and that means you score less, and they're incentivized to just ram you. So I've noticed that people are starting to talk about it now, and I was like, low key, I was kind of like, I told you. But I do want to make a video encompassing that. Um, Me personally, I feel like priority assets is a very potent disposition for the AdMech. Yeah, no, I agree. Not a horse, as a matter of fact. It's like a Canaan, at least GW says so. That's why they have Cyber Canaans. Yeah. Radium Giselle Dragoons and Scatros both seem to be really good with the way precision works now. I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't. Precision is good, but not on those. Those guys were my first miniature. Glad to see fine paint job. My first miniature was Skitarii, but I think they were my second because I really liked them back in 8th edition. My Blood Angel Successor chapter, slurping up the blood from human sacrifices to the God Emperor. Wait, it was Purge the Foe. Oops. Also, our two best attachments are Purge. I don't agree with that. I think the best attachment is definitely Lords of the Forge, and then following that is probably Halo. I think that Cybernetica cohort is really good too, so let's see if I can get my camera to focus. No, I guess not. Goonhammer did their first competitive innovations for 11th, and there was an eradication cohort list with like 5 Iron Striders split between 3 autos and 2 las, and then 3 Faramite tanks. Yeah, that's more of a shooting list, I think. That's probably like a what? A Psycho. Oh no, you said Erad cohort. Interesting. I don't like the Erad cohort tank spam personally. I think it's really boring. I took it to a GT and I fucking hated it. Also, they're attack marines, but I was wondering if I give them bolts or suddenly they're interceptors. Give them a chainsword, they're assault intercessors. Yeah, I guess that's the beauty of working with marines. Rad cohort is good with how battle shock works now. So I remember I did doubt how good that was gonna be, and then when I played those games live, I was like, wow, battle shock is actually really good. I'm still not sold on it though. I know, like, the thing about Rad Zone is that I feel like Battle Shock is only good if you're able to manipulate the value, personally. At least that's just like my interpretation of the rule. So if you're like battle shocking somebody and you're like, haha, you're battle shocked and you got dealt one mortal, and they're like, cool, well, I'm playing Purge, so I'm just gonna run at you anyway and you're gonna die. You're like, oh. Okay then. Like I don't really see I don't really see the I don't really see what people see inside of Rat Zone still. I know I said that last time, and I still don't see it personally. I'm sure it's like fine. I just don't think it's gonna hold a candle to the other builds personally. But I know a couple of people that are playing Red Zone with Lords of the Forge right now. So maybe I'll get their input in it. And maybe I'll try it myself. Right now, one of the things that I saw that's relatively popular is running like a super squad of Skitarii. So the combo is basically um what's the name of this shit? Skitarii Vanguard, Boat, Marshall, and Manipulus with with the TL 409 or whatever. And the idea is that you get a bunch of lethal hits with anti-infantry 3, rerolling both. And it's not that expensive of an investment. I think it's like 260 something points. But I don't know. I did some test rolls because they were saying like, oh, you can potentially one shot a knight. And I was like, okay. Well, I opened up an app that lets you like roll dice. And I just like was rolling dice while I was waiting for something. And on average, against the knight profile, I did 5 wounds, and I was like, I don't see it. I was like, I don't see what you guys are talking about. Now, if you were aiming that at an infantry break, I'm 100% sure, but I don't think you need the boat if you have anti-infantry 4 with rerolling hits and lethals. But I could be wrong. I'm not going to go ahead and say that they're wrong. I'm just going to go ahead and say that I haven't actually tried it. I've just ran averages. They say that it's good, so I'd be interested to try it. I probably will. There's so many AdMech techs that I want to try. Although I did tell myself this edition that I was going to try to actually stick to a list and a detachment that I enjoy instead of like bouncing back and forth and then, never really getting good at any of them. Um, we'll see how long that lasts. Probably not very long. Dear Lord, I've been using I personally a lot. Yeah, fair. I've seen rosters for Hunter Cohort and Lords of the Forge mix. I guess it's one of the most powerful choices for now. Small melee squads and hidden historic manipulators is a solid choice. I don't know about Hunter Cohort and Lords of the Forge is the strongest. I don't know about that. That's kind of hard for me to believe because Hunter Cohort took way too many nerfs, in my opinion, for it to be as good as it was before. Me personally, I think that the best detachments are Lords of the Forge with Cohort or Cybernetica, or Lords of the Forge with fuck, what's the other one? I've seen Explorer Maniple being thrown around. I don't know if I'm convinced yet, but probably say like Psycho, Lords of the Forge, or Halo Screed. I'd say those are probably the best ones. At least, outside looking in, I'm not trying to like push dogma, basically. I bet my lip can have some Cerberus ice cream. Does that exist? TBH, I'm really glad to see Electro Priests have their own love now. If I were to go AdMech, I would want to run them just because their lore is cool. It is really cool. I don't think Priests are the best yet, but that's coming from a competitive standpoint. I think if anything, they become far more playable. Your ad maker, the background characters for 3 named Ultramarines to come rescue. True. Keep bouncing around, and your lack of skills will be lower. Yeah, I don't know. I like right now I'm in a kick where I just want to like nonstop play 40k, but obviously, you know, it's kind of hard to do. Especially with how tiring playing 40k is. Like, this one thing I hate about playing 40k is after like 3 games in a row, I'm just like, bro, my feet hurt. I am so fucking tired. It's been 6 hours. It's like, I am cooked. I just want to go to bed. Then I'll wake up the next day and be like, all right, I'm ready to play more 40k. I think this Skitari is done. Let me paint the inside of his robes a little bit. Oh, the camera's too high. What? Is it? Huh? What the hell just happened? Bring a chair so you can sit down. I was in my own house when I was playing. I was sitting. What do you mean the camera's too hot? It's totally fine. The camera is too hot. It cannot be used until... Okay. Rip? I didn't think it was going to be that hot. Should I run the AC or something? Isn't that the whole point of a DSLR? Alright, give me 1 second. If I have to, I'll switch to my phone, even though that defeats the entire purpose of this thing. It's not even hot. It's kind of like, it's like kind of warm. Okay. That's interesting. I guess I'm gonna have to look into that. Okay. Okay, well, whatever. The machine spirit hath betrayed you. Technology has not been kind to me lately. Camera's too I think it was too close to you, true. Can't handle this. Which Edmec miniature is your favorite? I love Vanguard. I try to build a list made exclusively of my Buckethead guides. Infiltrators are. I love Sicarian infiltrators. They're so basic, but they're so cool. Should I just like maybe turn on the AC and then hope to God this camera doesn't fucking explode? It's crazy because this camera was like, oh, it's made for streaming. It's the stream camera. And I was like, sick. Can't even fucking stay on. Ridiculous. Okay, this looks pretty good. A little bit brighter on the Ranger himself so that he stands out a little bit more. It doesn't matter that there's a little bit of red spill because I'm still going to have to clean this up. So, on to the next horse. Hey, new to AdMech, what would you say is a cool 1K list you would look to in general? Any specific backbone to it? Every list should start with 1 Archmagos of your choice, preferably Call, 2 Skitari squads, and maybe some infiltrators. That's about it. And then in this edition, I think if you want to play like the simplest, most straightforward thing, you go for any of the 3 DP detachments. Because otherwise you're going to get overwhelmed. I think that's pretty solid advice. Unfortunately, I like to paint these guys separated from the horsies, but I bought them secondhand and they glued them on. So this is like a little bit more difficult than I'd like for it to be. It's not like that much more, but the inner lining of the pants and stuff is going to be kind of annoying. Also, let me know if the video and the audio look good, if you guys can. Also, for any of you guys that were here, did you guys watch the stream on Sunday? Because I was stupid excited for that stream. There's two things I was really excited for. It was that stream and hitting 5K, which I'm so fucking close. If you're not sub, please sub. But a lot of you are familiar names, so. I wish the Sulfur Hounds were better. Yeah, it's kind of a shame. I mean, yeah, they haven't gotten any better in, in any meaningful ways, to be fair. I was like, well, maybe the AP matters more. It's like, not really. Because they were flamers to begin with. There is one thing I kind of want to figure out. So when it says like whenever you're in engagement range, like charge mortals, does that now count? Because before you could be in engagement range, but you had to be base to base technically, right? So if that counts 2-inch engagement, then Sulfur Hounds do kind of get a buff. I don't know if it's a buff worth paying, but that would mean that you could very easily fit like 6 Sulfur Hounds on a charge for the charge mortals. And that's the way I understood it, because the stream game I did the charge mortals for the Sicarians, and it says when in engagement range. And I was like, well, there is 2-inch engagement range. That's the way I understand it. It's not fight eligibility, it's engagement range, right? So that was the big distinction, which means that they would get better in that regard. Man, it irks me how much of a must-take Call and Thulia are. I'm a narrative player first and foremost, and I don't want to be tied to existing epic heroes. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I like the Archmagi, so I'm not super fretting about it. I just don't like how much they cost. I think they're too impactful is the only thing. Like, I would like the option to take them and not to take them, but yeah, you're right. It is pretty auto-take. I will say that last game that I played on stream, it wasn't running Call. And I was like, you know what? Because I like to play Conquer. Call was usually there for me to like make up the only ranged units that I did need, right? So that was usually laser chickens because I couldn't afford to have last chickens hit on 4s. But I didn't run Call last time because I was running Fusiliers with Marshals, so I didn't need to bring them. Everything else hits on 3s, so I don't really care. And I gotta say, I think, yeah, I was kind of happy without him in the list. Saved me a lot of points. I had Thulia, and she gave Ruststalker's advance in charge, and then after that, she basically did nothing, which is the biggest problem I have with her. The potential that you see in Thulia is so grand. It's like, oh, I can do this, that, and the other. It's so awesome. But it usually it's like one thing and that's it. Even Call has more viability than her in terms of like selecting different modes. And Call is really just the, reroll hits thing. But with Call, I've had multiple times in a game where I'm like, oh, I have to switch to Battle Line Aura to give +1 OC. There are times where I skip out on his reroll to hits ability. So I just thought that was interesting that there are scenarios now where you probably just don't run Call. They're few and far between, sure, but they do exist. Which I think is kind of neat. Also, have you forgotten the excitement? Oh, wait, painting the guy and the dog together, I always glue them together post-paint. Yeah. Like I said, these are secondhand, so I bought them with the guys already on them. Also, have you forgotten the excitement of using Dragoons? No. I was just using them like 2 days ago. Halo's Creed is gorgeous, no argue, but small melee buff paired with board obliterators like Striders and Call is like meta for nowadays. Dunno, and Playstyle of Halo is not feels well, I guess is what I'm saying. I don't know. I think AdMech has a lot of ways to be played now. I don't think it's like it has one meta, you know what I mean? Like it used to be kind of just Halo's Creed, but right now there's so much room for potential. Hi Omni, the painting is really good. What are we talking about? Just anything. That's interesting. I don't think I've ever had an instance where I needed the OF from Call, but I have needed the battle line keyword from him. Yeah, no, there's like times where I was just like my opponent would be like, hey, I don't know, it's like turn 5 and my opponent has like a bunch of OC in the middle point, and I'm just like, well, I have to do cleanse and area denial or something. Well, not area denial. It'd probably be like cleanse and secure no man's land or something. So I'll go, I'm gonna flip call. I'm gonna change him to battle line aura. I'm gonna walk up to the middle with 10 Skatari, take this point away from you. So since I have more OC, I can cleanse it. And since I have secure no man's land, both in my expansion and now this middle, I get full points. Game's over. I get full 10. You lose, right? Things like that. Just a quick way to flip something before. I'm not saying you like sit on that mode, but you can use it. Okay. Second guy done, third guy. Honestly, I remember Horsey's being a lot more painful to paint, but that could have been because I was like a. It's been years since I painted one of these kits, but I feel like it's like halfway done already. So maybe I'm just misremembering. I don't know. Do you think Adamek is going to get more attention from GW because of how many games GO4 and Mechanicus 2? I don't think so. I think we already got our wave. We already got Thuli and the Histari. Just because games came out doesn't mean that they'll like, necessarily focus on us. If I remember correctly, the first wave of AdMech stuff like Taraxi and all that came out after Mechanicus 1. But then, we didn't get anything after that basically except for Scatros. God, I forgot we got Scatros. That was like our thing for 10th edition. Kind of a shame, even though I did have him in my last list. I was like, I have 50 points, fuck. Whatever. And he, in fact, did not hit anything. No, actually, I think that's a lie. I think he hit a Plague Burst Crawler. Obviously, he didn't wound it. But then I forgot that he could reroll wounds, because it's such a... He's just so forgettable with his abilities. I did force him to take a battle shock, because I was just trying to see if I could shoot him off the point. But, no. Battle shock passed. Still waiting to know what GW would do about the Sicarian part of the Hunter cohort. They probably won't change it until our codex comes out, to be honest. I don't see them making a hotfix for something like that. They didn't for Marines because they have Vanguard Spearhead or whatever it's called, and that's basically Skitari Hunter cohort for Phobos Marines. So if they didn't do it for them, I don't really see them doing it for us. I will say cover is a very impactful rule though. Like holy shit, hitting on fives fucking sucks. But there are some people that just do not care, so maybe it's favored towards more people than the other. So that is one thing that I thought was kind of weird when they were changing it to ballistic skill. Like, there are armies that like, for the most part, armies are like have AP based on like what type of gun it is, right? Like small arms fire versus big guns. So for the most part, everyone kind of has the same amount of AP here and there. But ballistic skill is something that is wholly unique to how your faction plays. So like some factions really suffer from that, the -1 a hit, where others can just kind of shrug it off. Like, I don't think Custodes care that they're hitting on threes, especially in Lions of the Emperor, which is one of their more famous detachments. So that one gives them +1 a hit when they're outside of 6. So it's like, okay, well now you basically just have ignores cover all over your detachment. Oh! All right, I guess we're gonna have to switch to the phone. I wonder why. I'm gonna have to look this up later. Oh, there's a bot. Well, let me get rid of him. I know it's still a while away, but are there any rules changes you'd like to see with 11th edition aside from patching broken things like Datasmith infantry? Um, Sorry, I'll get the camera back up here in a second. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not really sure. Things I'd like to see out of 11th. I kind of feel like 11th is still kind of doing its thing, so like trying to see something out of it is probably a little bit hasty, I guess. Build hazardous roll on the camera. Man, you pay $200 for a camera and it fucking overheats. What's the point? Why? Here, let me just undo this. I'm gonna have to go find a vise for my phone and then I'll hook it up to the table. Yeah, maybe there's a fix or something I can find because I was told that these cameras can like record for like fucking hours on end. Especially because I have an external power source, so it shouldn't be overheating. I'd love to see the servitor units get battle line. I think everyone would. Well, you know what? I don't have to use my own phone because I have. Well, my phone probably has a better camera, honestly. I have like a cheap phone I used for the other angle for the battle report, but it's probably not the best. I can't use the normal arm I usually use because that one's holding up the main camera. So I have so many arms and fucking cameras now. Crazy. I don't know if this is gonna be high enough, honestly. Oh no, this might be bad. um. Okay, well let's try it. I guess. I think it's gonna be too small. Sorry, 1 second. What? Mm. Let's see. Let me set this up real quick. Um. What if question? Which unit needs to be changed and how? I don't think many have to be, honestly. I kind of like Radmech is. Normally I'm not this like optimistic, but I don't know. Oh wait, no. Give me 1 second. One, two. Um, Boom. Activate. Okay. Sorry, 1 sec. It's also scuffed. No, this way. Yep. Fuck. Yep. Fuck. Ooh. Almost had a face reveal there. No good. No bueno. Yeah, this camera is like way worse. But it's a camera that works, so we're gonna have to make do, I guess. Also, let me resize this. There we go. Hmm. Okay. Yeah, bit worse on quality there. Yeah, like actually very noticeable. Kind of sucks. Um, put ice on the camera. Yeah. It's so far forward. It's gonna be hard to paint. Let me move this light down. I guess the machine spirits were angry. Clearly. And we're in the year of our Lord 2026, and we can't find out how to not keep cameras from overheating. Come on now. That's silly. All right. Now I'm like hitting my best shrimp pose just to be able to paint this. And it's not even in frame. Fuck. Wait, where's the camera at? Here? No. Here. Okay. Yeah, I have a longer arm, but like I said, it's being used right now, and I really don't want to move that one because that one's like in the perfect position. I don't want to fuck it up. Which that might be the next purchase for the stream. The battle report stream is I don't know if you guys can hear me because I'm farther away from my mic now. um One thing that I kind of identified was I have this rig that kind of clamps to the table, and I noticed that it kind of gets in the way. But not only that, but it doesn't go high enough, and it would be a lot easier if I just had like a C stand. So that's like if you guys watch like War Games Live, that's the thing that Joe uses, where it's that like big metal legs that go over the table. That would make things like 10 times easier. Which sucks because I've already bought this rig, so it's kind of like well, now I'm just gonna put this away. I can try to sell it, I guess. But C stands are not cheap, so that's probably what's next, and then maybe another camera. Because the second view was my phone, which is the thing that you're seeing right now, which was okay quality. It's passable, but I'd like to continue to have better quality, so it's another camera, um, the C stand, and then I think this is probably the biggest priority is the Steam Deck, or the not Steam Deck, Stream Deck. Um, so that I can change things on the fly. That would make it a lot easier. And I think that I would be very happy with that. So I really only need to replace one thing and then upgrade two things. Sorry, upgrade one thing and then get two new things. But I watched it back. It didn't look that bad. I actually was kind of impressed by how well I did. Because I was like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I thought about reaching out to some battle report channels, but I was like, they're not gonna answer me. I know it's kind of weird, but I'm hoping we get a detachment relationship Peace Get Battle Line. I think that would make cool. That would be way too strong. We kind of just need more options out of 11th rather than changes, more non-Skitarii specifically. Yeah, I think that's good. I think we just would like a couple of extra additions rather than changes. It's definitely an Admech thing to say I have too many arms. Dude, my this like room that I'm in has like cables running everywhere, like arms everywhere, bro. It's crazy. They should give some of the 30k units. It'd be nice, but I don't think that's ever gonna happen. Best shrimp pose. I dare you to find a type priest with good posture. Good point. Fair enough. This is how they do it. It's not a matter of augmentation. It's a matter of like dealing with technology that isn't working favorably. So you have to like fucking fold your body into 7 in order for you to get there. I should put up actually I should do next break I take, I'm gonna do something. Sorry, I'm out of frame again, aren't I? Oh, it's so difficult. It's not even like hot in here. It's like fucking what, like 67 in here? So I'm surprised the camera's overheating. Maybe there's a way I can turn off the display so that it doesn't get hot by generating the display. Even though I was using the display to make sure I was in frame, I guess I won't have that luxury. Okay, I think. No, I have this. I thought I already painted. No, I did paint this already. Whatever. Second coat. Paint the back of the neck a little bit better. You didn't say 6-7 degrees. You're right. It's 6-7 degrees in here. I think so. It's not that warm. Okay. Happy with that. It's 2 a.m. where I live and I have finals tomorrow. I think it's good night for me. Yeah, take it easy. Good luck on your finals. Okay. I need a paint that it is not on my desk. So I will be right back. 1 second. Yep. Okay. So I'm actually gonna do some shilling real quick. I want to see if I can do this. Uh, let's see. How would I do this? Probably here. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. I don't know if you guys can hear me. No, you should be able to. I see my little Poochie moving. Let me go studio mode. Add browser. Why does it say sign in? What? Okay. No, I'm not gonna do that. We're gonna do this. Boom. Um. Let's see. Crop. Oh, this is really hard to see. Sorry. 1 second. Um. Properties. No, not properties. Filters. Effect filters. Crop. Um. Okay. Okay. Bottom 550. No. 400. right. 675. Okay, top 150. Okay, got it. All right, this is my beautiful shell. Chat, we're almost at 5,000. I'm having this counter up here. Please. That's my shill for today. A live count. I'm sure there's an easier way to do that, but I just cropped my fucking YouTube stats page. Let's make this small again. There we go. It might just be the lighting of the wet paint, but I generally cannot tell. Are you painting the army Martian red or Ryza orange? It's Martian red. It's the lighting, I think. Or the angle it was in. It's a kind of bright red. It's called red oxide. So it has like an orangey tinge to it, yeah. You should get that doggo something to stand on for its front legs where the black heel will break pretty easily. I could put a rock there. I haven't had mine break ever, so that's pretty good. But it's not a bad call. I'm gonna try to copy this paint scheme, but in blue for my AdMech. I see a lot of blue AdMech. It's actually kind of crazy how much blue AdMech there is. Fucking Richard Siegler has blue AdMech. Richard Siegler. Oh my god, I almost knocked that over. Do a little bit of shading. I basically use this formula on all my AdMech, and I'm really happy with it. At least I really like how my AdMech look. I think I got everything. Okay, so next arm. I was really debating today whether I wanted to do painting or play Darktide. I might do Darktide a little bit later. I kind of have to hold myself accountable and paint more. I feel like I have so much to paint ever since the new edition came out. My AdMech is black with red and violet trim. That sounds sick. Violet. That's a new one. I haven't heard that one. I haven't seen a lot of purple AdMech. I've seen it like once or twice. I've painted a purple AdMech once, like a purple Skitari. I like how it looks. I was experimenting with purple and green because it was a color that I just haven't painted much of, and I was like, I want to try it. And I do like my purples and greens. That's why I think a portion of my... Well, no, I was going to say my Death Guard army is purple and green, but it's blue and purple. Actually, there is a guy that I painted on green. I can show you guys. It's like a little statue, a little bust that my friend sent me the files for. This was my experimenting on green. I actually really like how this bust came out. I think it's one of the best things I've painted. This thing. I just realized my view is upside down. Let me fix that. There we go. But yeah, this guy. I really like how he came out. It looks a little wide because it's you know, the ratio is stretched. But I think it came out really cool. Okay. Can confirm that blue AdMech is very fun to paint. Mine's more of a turquoise. Yeah, I've seen a lot of turquoise. I have a whole bit of lore where my metal components are paired red or purple depending on if they've been exposed to warp or witchcraft. That's pretty sick, actually. Turquoise AdMech would look beautiful. My Thalia came out accidentally jade. Yeah, just a lot of jade turquoise I see. It's kind of hard to get like the perfect color that you're looking for though. I think you've seen mine. It's black, red, and orange. Yeah, I have seen it. Yeah, yeah. I painted almost my entire AdMech army pink. I have yet to encounter anyone else with pink. I think Shagrod has pink AdMech. I paint mine yellow armor and black robes. Yellow armor, black robe. Oh, that sounds kind of cool, actually. Well, that did come out good. He's neat. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I was just like, I want to paint green. I have a lot of green. I have a pretty good handful of greens because I bought this one, Elysian green. I'm like, I really like how this one looks, but I have like a lot of greens, like these dark greens. So I was experimenting with I don't have them up here, but my Trench Crusade army, I built like a kind of World War One automata looking one that was like military drab green, and yeah, they came out pretty cool. I don't think I have them up here though. Pretty sure they're down in the garage. As much as I did like those little robots that I made, I was like kind of done with painting them. I was like, holy fuck, I'm so tired of painting green. I was like going through like painting burnout or something. Yeah, fuck. That reminds me, I actually need to. Speaking of live streaming, I was thinking about doing another TTS game. I have to see what the new process for getting TTS is. Because I know that the mods have updated it. Because yeah, I kind of want to bring back the TTS games. I always say that and then I never do it. I kind of have to commit to it. Then again, it's always kind of hard to find somebody to play with. That's like a content creator, because that's kind of what I want to do. Like reach out to other content creators. I thought it'd be kind of cool as like a Warhammer game interview style thing. You know, it's like, hey, there's a content creator that everyone likes. Let's play a game of Warhammer. Because it was I think it was I was watching Paul's video with Bricky on it, and Bricky was saying like, yeah, I just like to talk about the game a lot, and I was like, would you talk about the game over a game though? You know, kind of like Hot Ones, but over a Warhammer game. There's no wings because I'm broke. Okay. Hey, Darkcast. You don't see the subscriber count? What? Oh, wait. Why is it replicating my... Oh, wait. Sorry, I switched over to my other thing to see the YouTube Studio Live. There you go. We need 25, 26 more. I was gonna hold off the the stream game for 5K subs, but I was just like way too excited. I'm just like I just really want to do this and see how it turns out. So I mean, the music is too loud. I just noticed that the decibels were down to 26. The other thing I really want to paint is some Kitbash Grimdark Custodies. I don't have any yet, but I think it would take very well to the oils. Yeah, probably with all the filigree and stuff. One thing I would like to see added would be swarm units of servo skull flocks. That reminds me of like the drone swarms that you could play in Dawn of War 1 as Tau. On the topic of color combos, I don't see my CSM army is the same as my AdMech black armor red trim. Boom. Yeah, so like my what I did with mine is kind of like what I'm doing right now. So my world eaters or my word bearers, they're like this type of red, which is like just a burnt red with a shade. Whereas with these guys, what I do is I go burnt red and then I go with this like brighter red, right? And then I shade over it, so it's just like a slightly bit more brighter. But yeah, I like this. I kind of like this like darker burgundy red on my AdMech. Like I used to paint them this kind of bright red because I used to follow the guide that wants you to paint with like what's the name of that fucking paint? Wild Evil Sun Scarlet, but that's way too bright in my opinion. It looks too cartoony. I like my shit darker, which is why I'm using the shade. It's not dark enough to where it's kind of casting shadows, so to speak. Well, it is casting shadows, but it's not like no to where it's darkening the red too much. Because I don't use non-oil all that much anymore. I do on metallics, but that's about it. Because I feel like non-oil is very easy to overdo it, and it can look very sloppy. But here I let it pool because it looks like there's creases in the robes because it's a red shade. That's just me speaking out of my ass. I'm obviously not a good painter. I just get them to a degree that I like them, and that's it. I think I might have put a little too much shade there. I'm gonna spread it out. There we go. Maybe a little bit more here. There we go. I just think you never see red trim on AdMech or CSM. I think the only red trim on AdMech is like a Grippin, technically. They have a little bit of red. But yeah, you don't see it very much. Okay. Let's do silvers. Not silvers. Golds. Did I bring it? No. No, not golds. What's the color I'm thinking about? Copper. That's it. This one. Bloop. There we go. Where is my copy? Damn it, it's over there. Fuck. BRB. I wonder if I take this. Oh, maybe not. Metallica technically has red accents. Yeah, but they don't have red trim, do they? I know they have like a lot of red accents, like the cog patterns and stuff. God, Metallica's so cool. Fuck with Metallica heavy. When starting out, do you think the Scorpius Disintegrator or the Dune Rider are more useful? I'd say around the 10,000 to 15,000 point level. I mean, it depends on what else you have. I think that Dune Riders are kind of more optional. But if you have like no anti-tank, I would probably grab a Disintegrator. Alright, I'm busting out my paints and joining. Still got some guys I need to paint. You always have guys you need to paint. I've been stripping some knights that I bought, and it's like, holy fuck. Now I have another project. It never ends. Actually, I need to clean this brush. It's starting to split. Don't like that. Need to get, actually, that's what I should have done. I was like, today, I was like, I want to go out and like go to a store or something. And I was like, I don't really have a good excuse. I shouldn't waste money. Yada, yada, yada. That's what I should have gone done. Just fucking buy new brushes. Let's see here. I maybe should have painted the brown in first, but whatever. We'll figure it out. If I'm brand new to Admech but have some experience with sisters, what's a good first unit to get experience painting? Always your battle line. Always, always. It's usually the good... What the hell was that? Oh. It's always a good thing to paint the battle line of an army first, I think. Personally, that's my opinion. Okay. I normally paint these guys' knees gold too. Just finished playing a bit of Darktide, got bored, and now I'm finishing off my Ruststalkers based. That is one thing about Darktide. I can never like binge play it. I can binge play the fuck out of Space Marine 2, but not Darktide. The Skitarii class, I think, just made me enjoy Darktide a little bit more, but it's still... I still don't necessarily enjoy Darktide. Because every single time I play it, I'm just like, I could be playing Vermintide too. Yeah, do that. Actually, I don't care enough to go back and do silver. I'll just paint this in. This is always the fun part, is the little fucking... the little tchotchkes. Skitarii Rangers and Vanguards are pretty good to start with. You'll always have more to paint. It's a good look into what the rest... Yeah, I feel like if you can... like, because a lot of, like... I feel like a lot of Skitarii bodies are all over the fucking range. There's a lot of this kind of, like, black jumpsuit kind of thing with, like, Tabaxi, these horses, the pants of the Skitarii. They all kind of have these, like, legs, basically, that you want to do silver. I do think that Skitarii are probably just the best way. Plus, you're going to need them, so we might as well get used to painting them. Find it funny that I'm building these guys right now. Perfect. I do have to try Cohort Acquisitus, but I feel like Hidden isn't like good enough of a rule for you to warrant running any of the detection detachments. So that's kind of a big problem. It definitely has come up in games, but I just don't think it's like enough to where you kind of care, you know what I mean? It's like, oh, I have to move like 3 inches closer and maybe expose myself a little bit more, whatever. Alright, this one I'm gonna have to do off camera because this is very delicate trim. Fuck. Good enough. Yeah, I still have 70 or 45 more Skitarii battle line left to paint. Yeah, I kind of just made enough to where I was like, this is good enough. This will get me by, and then I stopped painting them. I just don't like painting battle line. The only thing that I will paint over battle line, or that I'll... Sorry, backwards. The only thing that I will choose battle line over... No, backwards. The only thing I will paint battle line happily instead of would be Iron Striders. I hate painting Iron Striders. Those things suck to paint. Oh man, leaning forward like this sucks. I kind of wish my camera worked. Does anyone know a paint to power packs like coils things with plasma glow? Does anyone else paint the power packs like coil? Oh, yeah, I do. Because they kind of do look like coils. At least for the arc rifles. I don't do it on any other thing. Damn, I just realized my sub count went down. Damn, I'm sorry. I didn't know that shilling would make me lose subs. I thought that wasn't the point. It's so over. Man, I really need to clean this brush. It is splitting and I don't like it. I also don't want to do it right now, so... Alright, this part is a little annoying because I do fuck it up sometimes, but I paint these, like, coils in. That's probably good enough, right? Yeah. Alright, let's see. This knee needs to be painted. Good evening. Hello, welcome in. God, I'm not even halfway done with this fucking thing, and I have 3 more to go. How do I want to do the horse head? Could do like all skull trim. I think it would look kind of cool. I'm gonna take a good look at this thing. Yeah, I think that would look kind of cool. Let's try it. Even though it's gonna make this a lot more drawn out process than normal. No, actually, that does look really good. Holy shit. Did I just unlock peak? Yeah, that looks pretty sick. Hold on, I missed this part. There we go. Alright. What gold is that? It looks really nice. It is actually Hopper from Pearl Krill. Nothing hurts more than realizing that a phosphor blast carbine doesn't let the doggo shoot its flamer. Yeah. Any advice on how to make the eyes on stuff have that more glowing effect? I've done a way to make them look like they glow, but only in the eyes and not around them. There's two methods. You can use an airbrush, which usually people don't like to do. Or you can use a sponge, and you can like dabble in like a little bit of like white, and then you just kind of build your way up from there. You go like white, light blue. Well, I guess opposite. You'd go like dark blue around, and then like kind of dial in. So like dark blue, light blue, white, kind of like that. All right, time to do a little bit of dotting. Boop. Boop. Oh wait, I have to do this trim too. Fuck. Oh, this is gonna suck. Hold on, I need some thick paint for this. I still have a partially constructed Crusader knife that I have been putting off, but it's still cracked and I'm about to destroy it because I have no impulse control. I heard that the Striders are actually really good, so at least you got that going for you. I could be wrong though. I don't know anything about knights. Man, whoever complains about Chaos Trim has never painted AdMech Trim. This shit blows. And I would know because I painted both armies. Get it done, get it done. Nice. A little messy, but that's okay. It's not that big a deal. Okay. Thanks. Yeah, I play Atomic, but I don't got the money for an airbrush. Yeah, look up like sponging techniques for glow on YouTube, and you'll see what I'm talking about. They probably do a better job explaining it than I do. Although I will say, I always bring this up. I feel like if you have enough money to buy a knight, you have enough money to buy an airbrush. The thing is, like, people just don't want to buy an airbrush, and it's like, I mean, I get it, but like, it's a one-time purchase and it lasts forever for the most part, unless you like beat it up or anything. Like, the next time you want to buy a battle force that you don't need, just think to yourself, you'd be like, no, I could buy an airbrush instead of having this battle force that's gonna sit in a shelf for fucking 5 years. Tell me how I know. Like, I had a Tau battle force that I've had for fucking years now, and I just opened it up. I was like, I could have had an airbrush this entire fucking time. What's even worse is that the Silverhounds have 0 AP melee, but the Raiders have AP 1 when they're not even melee oriented. Yeah, I know. Crazy part is when they go to AP 2, they are so good in Conquer. AP 2 1 damage is actually kind of nice. Okay. Back's starting to hurt a little bit from fucking having to stretch all the way forward for this camera to pick this up. Oh, there's that trim too. Oh. I've been thinking about doing a custom forge rule scheme for my admin guys. I haven't started. I only started painting a Skit Ranger squad and some Ruststalkers for Kill Team. Suggestions for custom Forge World? I don't know, man. That's up to you. That's like the whole point. I don't want to dictate what your Forge World should look like. I feel like I've already got so many painting projects and techniques I use, so an airbrush on top of that would just be too much, that and the price. I don't know, I don't think that airbrushes are really that expensive. Like, you can get a Iwata Neo for like 100, and a good compressor for like 50. That's it. Like I said, that's like the price of a Battle Force. Like, if you can afford an Armageddon box, you can afford an airbrush. Definitely can afford. You can afford a very nice airbrush, actually. Like, I have an Iwata Eclipse, and that's considered a nice airbrush, but that still costed less than a fucking Battle Force. It's about the same price as a Combat Patrol to get started on airbrushing, so just keep that in mind. Sorry, I have to do this one off camera because it is very delicate. There we go. Nice little trim there. Okay. I think it looks pretty good. I just need to do all these little bolts. Emic has a lot of this thing is this thing you want is on the other unit that you don't want. A lot of the worst defenders are breachers and destroyers. I don't know about that. I feel like breachers and destroyers are pretty good alone. Because if, like, I guess if the thing is like, oh, well, you can get reroll hits, it's like, well, I mean, everything wants reroll hits, doesn't it? Can't give it to everything. The only thing that worries me about getting an airbrush is ventilation. My basement only has one tiny window. Am I worrying too much? Yeah. I think the thing is that a lot of people, when they see an airbrush, they think it's like the same as a rattle can. You don't need like insane ventilation because it's just like atomized paint. That's all it is, right? There's no like accelerants in it, which is what warrants you having to go outside when you spray paint something, because that stuff is toxic. But an airbrush is just getting paint, diluting it, and then just spraying it out. Think of it like a spray bottle, basically. Yeah, thankfully I've gained PTSD from losing a match due to not being battle ready. Anything coming in my collection is built within 2 days, even if I sacrifice. Jesus. That is kind of shitty, though. Oh, I feel like short of like a tournament setting where all of my opponent's army is fucking gray, I don't really care. It's like to think if you're in a tournament, you're there for the merit of skill. Not really trying to, like, you know, check your opponent's wallet or time. Looking pretty good. Alright, what's next? Looks like there's a little bit of trim there in his ass. I love the videos you make. I've been wanting to start adding Imperial Knight armies because robots and cyborgs are awesome. How would you recommend I start the army? First of all, thank you. Second of all, Combat Patrol is probably the best. I know it's not like everyone's favorite, but like it kind of is the best value you can get. But that's more for like action pieces, I guess. Like maybe at this point you can just get like whatever unit you like, plus a couple Skitarii squads, and then you'd be good. I don't know, because a lot of the things that I kind of like said before, like always have infiltrators. They're still good. Don't get me wrong, but like they're not like that necessary anymore. I don't know. Especially with Servitor Battleclay being as good as they are. Ah, fuck. So we can get rid of that. So fortunately, to only have played casual matches where nobody cares about battle ready. Yeah, I just don't get the people that are kind of sticklers about it. You ever paint a squad as Qatari, look at them and think you're all going to die in one charge phase? It's funny you say that, because I was thinking about that, about this fucking horse. I was like, all this trim, all this work, only for them to die turn 1. Ooh, my Battleclay just finished printing. I'll have to pull those out of the plate later. That's another 9 models I have to paint, and then I have to print out another squad, so that'll be another 9. Should be fun. It's funny how a lot of people early in 10th edition were begging for us to get servitors back, and now they're like definitely one of our best units. It's like, thank God. This part kind of sucks. Fuck. Alright, not bad. Sorry I'm doing this off camera. I kind of need to be really close up with this one. There we go. Okay, is that all the trim? I think so. I think that's all the silver or copper. Okay. Well, there's one horse. Fuck. It is kind of crazy how different all that filigree makes them look. See, like it's pretty noticeable, and it's gonna look even better when it's washed. Same as the dogs have weird worse weapons. It's weird that the shooty guns don't have the reroll shooty ability. Rerolls are generic, but you get what I mean. I guess, yeah. I can kind of see the logic. The willpower needed to not start a new army is crazy. Yeah, me when I bought Knights. Or Chaos Knights. I was like, why the fuck am I doing this? I know I shouldn't be doing this. I did it anyway. But I found a really good deal, guys. That's the important part. It was so cheap. Sorry, just a second. Just checking some messages now that my phone is being used as a camera. At 1k points, I feel like I can't justify infiltrators. I'd rather spend the 150 contributing to something that will contest space and not die after a single charge phase. I guess, but you still have to play the mission. Like, if you stack too high on, like... Yeah, well, first of all, you shouldn't be taking 150... If you're saying 150, I'm assuming you're taking 10-mans. I don't think 10-mans are nearly as good this edition. So, you should have, like, 2 5-mans just in the front. Enough to dissuade charges, and if they do want to charge into you, you have to, like, force them to be at max range. And then if they do connect... Infiltrators can shock them out of an objective, which means that they can't use stratagems on the clapback. What would you say are the prerequisite units for an AdMech currently? I'm thinking Call, Rangers, and Battleclade. Battleclade is not, I don't want to say it's a prerequisite, but it's like strongly incentivized. I think Call and Rangers is basically always where it starts. Me when I impulse bought like 2k points of Custodians and AdMech at the end of 10. Yeah, I kind of impulse bought too, so I'm right there with you. Makes sense now that you mention it. Oh, the whole like units having things. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Yep. Is this camera still hot? No, it's cooled down. Actually, I want to look that up real quick. Sorry. I'm resting on my back because I'm having to lean forward so much right now. It's okay, it's just prepping for 13th edition when they actually get painted. I think I'm going to be done with Tau basically in 12th edition at this point. Because I kind of have an incentive. I kind of want to build Chaos Knights before I finish Tau. Just because, like, Knights don't take that much work. But I do have 14 War Dogs to paint, so... There's also that. Let's see. Nikon Z30. Overheating. When... Streaming. I got hiccups. Drop the resolution from 4K to 1080. The camera significant. Okay. Use dummy batteries. I am using dummy batteries. Remove the SD card. It's not in there. Flip the screen out. I did. Attach an external fan. Jesus. Cool, so something else to buy. God, it never ends. Cool, so there's basically no solution. That sucks. They say to use a dummy battery, and I am, so I don't know. Let me try to lower the settings and see if I can hook it back up again. Let me not get paint on the cable. The Traxi sterilizer is a good unit on the tabletop. You know, I don't know. I don't know. I'd like to think that they might be, but I'm not actually sure. Mostly because I haven't fucked around with them, but with the objectives being bigger, it's probably, but I don't know like by how much, you know what I mean? How do I choose how I'm recording? Oh, isn't it in the menu? Right? Sorry, I'm fucking around with some stuff. Oh, here we go. Frame rate. Alright, let's try hooking up the camera again. So I'm gonna close this one real quick. Yep. Damn, maybe my phone is hot. Jesus. Damn, I lost like 30% battery. Holy fuck. At my painting rate, I'll get one squad of dudes painted at the end of the year. Is it a good idea to use the Starry without the boat? I wanted to use one squad and a boat, one reserves. I don't think it is. It depends on what you're playing, though. I feel like when I was using them, I felt like Conquer having Assault, like, they move still pretty fast. The only reason I had them in boats is because I wanted to get them up to where I needed, like, immediately. And then, like, you know, having boats is nice and all, but, like, after I ducked them out of the boat, I was like, alright, well, you guys are foot-slogging it for the rest of the game, and I didn't really think it was that problematic. So, I don't think it is, but I don't know. I haven't experienced them too much. I am a really big fan of the Fusiliers now, though. I have them, they're okay. They're next to nothing against Marines, though, which is what I deal with. Are you talking about the Kastari? I've also not had great results. Oh, yeah. I've also not had great results with sterilizers, but I've only used 5. I feel like they want to be taken in 10s, but then you're also taking a 10-man Thoraxi brick, which is like a nightmare in and of itself to manage. So I don't know. I think they're probably not that good. Okay. Move that. Let me move this mic out of the way. Ugh. Okay, and then this camera goes up here. Actually, let me just undo this arm. It's a lot easier this way. Yep. I just realized you guys are just staring at my desktop now. Not that there's really anything interesting there. I'd rather get shot in the foot than carry 10 Taraxis into a shot per game, honestly. Valid. Fair. That is entirely valid. fact that they take up like basically an entire tray is what's really annoying. Alright, let's see. So flip this open. Okay, let's try this again. Where's my mouse? There we go. Video capture device. Oh, it's not on. Why aren't you working? Oh, maybe I don't know why, but OBS likes to be difficult sometimes. Video capture source, yes. Why are you being difficult? Oh, because the HDMI isn't plugged in, you fucking dingus. God damn it. Whoopsies. That would explain it. Alright, remove. Yes. Add. Video capture. Yes. There it is. Maybe I should just make this full screen and then put everything else on top of it. There we go. Alright, now I'm gonna blast my AC. I think my Taraxi have been my least favorite unit to paint so far. I don't mind them that much, personally. Actually, it's kind of warm in here. I've now got the Skitarii Pilgrims from 30k to convert them into Taraxi, so I'll never have to deal with the wings again. Just that one I do think is probably you have to check with TOs though, because that you're taking like a very big part of their silhouette out. I had the wings magnetized so I can snap them out. It's still annoying to bring around. Yeah, I don't deal with magnetizing anything infantry size. It's way too much work. What do you think about the Rat Zone Quartz attachment? I just love the idea of sending a bombardment of artillery to an opponent, but I don't know if it's practical. I also like the idea. I don't think it's practical, but people are very high on it, so I think it's definitely worth testing at the very least. My other Taraxi are disintegrated in a box under my bed, where they will stay for all of eternity. Fair play. Water. Okay. Back to it. God, this mic is getting in my way, and it's very annoying. I'm just gonna put it way back here then. Alright, is this angled correctly? Nope. There we go. Okay. Time to slave away at more copper. I'm gonna start. God, I got so used to doing the old angle now, I have to get used to this one. Let me try to focus this up. There we go. Enjoy the rest of your night. Thank you. I will try. As painful as painting trim is. I feel like it's kind of dark in here. I don't know. Maybe I'm just tweaking. Actually, I have an underglow light. Let me turn that on. But alright, well that didn't really do anything. Well, actually, I think that lowered the brightness. Yeah, that lowers the brightness. Interesting. So I'm not doing that again. Why is it focusing on this? Focus on the thing in front of you, camera, please. You're making me regret buying you. Okay. Man, I got this like gnarly cut on my thumb when I was trying to take some supports off with this fucking print. It's like really making it hard to hold on to this model because it keeps poking it. Oh, my thumb, fuck. Yeah, I don't know if you guys can see it. It's kind of gnarly. Yeah. One of those that, like, it doesn't really hurt, but it does get uncomfortable. Ah, fuck. Whatever. The hell? I'm gonna mute that phone. I got this like extra phone for the battle reports. That's what I was recording the dice with. And it just likes to make noise. I need to shut the fuck up. Getting to thin out this copper. I have a CSM army at the moment, and all the spikes is making a hassle to put together. Yeah, like holding a Terminator fucking sucks. It's like stop hurting me. I'm trying to paint your trim. It's crazy. We were at 74 subs, and then we went down to 71, and now we're back up to 73. Someone's fucking with me, I can tell. I think I've been growing pretty consistently, but I've like, ever since I got like this close to fucking 5, I was just kind of like, I've been staring at this fucking number, and I feel like that's why it feels like it hasn't gone up. But I feel like it's gone up pretty steadily. I'm just like, 5's almost here, 5's almost here. Oh my gosh, Luna, what's up, baby? My cat's here to say hi. Luna! Luna! Alright, fuck you then. Just walked away from me. Alright, let's see here. Oh, I'm like way out of fucking frame. My bad. Kind of reminds me when I was putting my horses together, I kept stabbing myself with its collar. Dog, I didn't put up for chaos, I play Admech Minus or Spikes. There's all these little clawy bits, is what I've noticed. I'm trying to think of a model that was like poking me a lot when painting AdMac. I guess this is kind of like a kind of bad example, but it's just the way that I was holding the model was the Dune Crawler. Because it has that little like probe and arm in the front. And whenever I wanted to get like a good hold on it, I was like, fuck me. I keep having to grab this thing and it hurts. A lot of little delicate work. I feel like the old man from Toy Story when he's fixing up Woody. The pointy thing of the Dominus. Oh, true! Yeah, no, you're so right, actually. There's that little like spike on the side of the axe too that's really fucking annoying to deal with. Ugh, I'm getting impatient. I can tell. It's starting to be sloppy. That is really sloppy job I just did. Fuck. Whatever. These things don't see the table for more than 5 minutes anyway. I'm gonna bring this closer to my chest so I can actually get a good angle on this thing. Sorry. Yeah, it has two, one on the top, one on the back. There's sharp shit. Yeah, yeah. No, I know exactly what you're talking about. They're not very kind. Okay. I'm gonna be right back. I have to use the restroom. I gotta go tinkle. That it? I'm gonna pause this for a second. Okay, I will be right back. BRB, BRB. Jesus. Okay, I'm back. Holy shit, this break screen. I thought it was a Fly-In 2 stream for a sec. I haven't heard of them, but I'm glad they use it. I gotta name my horses something for Crusade. Does anyone have any nicknames they'd like to use? Just name them after Uma Musume. Um, Silent Suzuka. There's one of them called like Vodka something. And then Cinderella Gray. There you go. I know nothing about Uma Musume, but my brother plays the fuck out of it, so that's about it. That's all I know. And then the main song is really catchy, actually. Fuck you, money. That one. That song is catchy as fuck. The cat is harassing the fuck out of me. Okay, back to horsies. I'm gonna try to finish these 3 on stream. It's just this fucking this part takes so long. I normally try to mix the unit name into it, though I've also used old weapons like crossbows for the Battle Starry. This is my trebuchet, aka my Belarus energy cannon. Painting Admech makes me question my sanity. I'm kind of questioning it right now, if I'm being completely honest. It's one thing to paint Admech, it's another thing to paint it in a certain angle where you have to be on frame. It's making it. It's like doing open heart surgery. But fuck me if it doesn't look good, bro. I could push out a short if I finish these guys too. I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put the Uma Musume theme over them. I had to go back and re-listen, but Uma Musume is a great idea. That's funny as hell. Here, I'll play the theme. This stream isn't monetized, so I don't really care about playing copyrighted stuff. Hold on, I have to like reach over to my keyboard. It's called like Pyompu Legend or something like that, if I remember. YouTube. Uma Musume theme. Is it Girls Legend? Is it this one? Hope it's not too loud. No, it's not that one. Oh, here it is. Umapio Legend. Yeah, this song. Every time I think I'm done with the model, I turn it around. There's a whole section I miss. Yeah, dude. It's brutal. I hate that I actually made this connection. I'm gonna start calling these guys my Musumes. Is this an English dub? Yeah, it is an English. Nah, I want the Japanese one. Hold on. English version? I don't want an English version. Okay. There we go. Well, it's gonna be my new Musume. Sound Suzuka, Locko, whatever. Gold Chip, and Serberys Raider. Very thematic, if I do say so myself. I'm the biggest Uma Musume tourist. I just like the music. That reminds me of the GT video I made. I put an Uma reference in there, and people were like, "Base Twin Turbo enjoyer," and I'm like, "I like Twin Turbo. She looks cool, but I don't know nothing about her." Except that her song is super catchy. Omni, there's tier list. Why there's so many horse girl tier lists? Yeah, my brother, whenever I talk to him about it, he won't shut up about Musume. It must be how like VTuber fans talk about their Oshis, which I can kind of understand. I can kind of relate to that. That's another thing I'm a tourist for. I feel is VTubing. There's this one like rhythm game. I have no idea what it's called. But this song is in it, and I fucking love this, like that beat map, basically. I've been, like, having to restrain myself from going to that store, so I'm like, I want to go so bad, but I need to save money. I might go tomorrow, actually. I think I've talked about it before, but it's like, it's a place that has, like, Japanese imported rhythm games, and it's 20 bucks and you play all day. Which is a fucking steal. Have a good one, Brotherhood. I'm out. Alright, man. Take it easy. This trim I'm gonna have to, again, go pretty close for. Oh man, this is gonna suck. Got it. Too easy. Expert painter. Fuck, I still have more. This is probably the part I hate the most about Service Raiders, and I don't have to do this, but I really like how it looks. Fuck. Like these little trims here, like in the shoulders and stuff. We would zoom in. Like here. I really like that type of trim. But it's such a pain in the ass to do. Alright, and I have more of it to do, so I'm gonna put this close to my chest again. Yeah, my brush is starting to get a little fucky and down here. It's a lot easier if it wasn't fucked. Sure, I have more to do. Yep. It never ends. I just wish it was like a little bit more raised. It would make it so much easier. Still have the other leg. God damn it. Ow, fuck. God damn it. I fucking hurt my scar and made me go off. Whatever, that's easy to fix at least. There. Whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. What else do I have left? Oh, the antennas. No, maybe if I zoom it in. There we go. what goal do I have left? Oh, that's back. Whole thing silver. I keep saying silver. Copper. It's copper. It's copper, man. Yeah, I think this horsey is done. Yes. I will say he is done. We have to do a little bit on this guy, though. Alright, last horse. Alright, let me go back to my other horse. Actually, now that we're on horse girls. Oh, turbo boost, right? Yeah! This song is catchy as fuck, too. My cat's asleep in front of me. Wait, let me see if I can pan the camera to him without fucking everything up. Here guys, check it out. Focus on, there he is. He's smogging me. This Bio Titan. Yeah, he's a good little boy. He's the one that was bothering the stream the other day, yeah. Why you look so mad? Oh god. Oh no. That wasn't an invitation, bro. Alright. Yeah, no, he wants to come hang out. Alright, rotated the wrong way. Fuck. Fuck. Cat, yeah. Luna, the other cat, she doesn't hang out in the windowsill so much, so she usually hangs out in the seat that I'm on right now. I actually don't know where she's at. I'm gonna go find her, actually. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go find her. I haven't seen her in a while. How many points did the cat with? 1. She has her fucking legs spread out underneath the PC. Alright. That's enough of my hallucinate for now. Yeah. What do I listen to? Kobo. That I do fuck with. I'm back to watching just a bunch of Hololive. So I'm on a big Hololive kick again. Biggest tourist known to man right here. $3K points cannot be destroyed in battle. All models chewed on are permanently destroyed and never refused again. Putting him on exile. He was jumping on the table a lot during the stream. I was like, bro, get you're excited, but Jesus. Sorry, I'm trying to stay in frame. It's difficult. Still cheaper than a warlord. That cat, unironically, costed me like 20 bucks. I got him in a shelter. They were like, he has worms. He's been fighting with other cats. Found him in the street. I was like, alright, yeah, hand him over. I just have to push past this last horse. Ooh, I wonder if I have enough bits to base them. I don't think I have any more rock bits. My sweetest Scarlet, my sweetest Scarlet. My sweetest Scarlet, my sweetest Scarlet.
Words to tell you, this feeling's brand new. Trying to make do, still I can feel my heart is trembling. You got me lost inside the groove, wishing you would make a move, 'cause I can't even look away. Your eyes are shining, still there's something that you're hiding. Won't you tell me with the warmth of your lips how you found me was lonely, then you filled my heart up wholly. Let me know, let me know, let me know what keeps you smiling by my side. If I fall for me, baby you're my one and only. Let me show, let me show, let me show.
It's turning into karaoke again. It's funny because I actually hate karaoke. It's probably one of the things that I dread doing the most. Legs are so hard to do, bro. Whatever. I kinda stopped caring. Shit, I should have fucking colored that in brown first. Now I have to do the filigree again. Urgh. Ooh, I don't like that. See that? Ugh. That ankle's looking a little weak. Hopefully I have some like terrain rocks that I can use to prop up like maybe here. I still get 90% of my painting done the night before a tournament. I feel like I always miss some small detail that no one but me will see. Yeah, that's like the most infuriating though, isn't it? So I'm just like, I'm just not gonna like field this model. I'm thinking of naming my Iron Striders after chicken dishes. I got 2 units of 2. What are people's favorite chicken dishes? Favorite chicken dish? Cordon bleu and vindaloo. Cordon bleu and vindaloo. Oh Jesus, it's not good in the water. Take a little break because my neck is killing me. Chicken tiki masala. Yeah, it's tough. I can't be tired, man. I woke up like 4 hours ago. It's kind of weird having a lazy day. I haven't had one in so long. It's like, I don't know what to do. And I feel like I should be doing something, but I don't really have much to do. Actually, I'm gonna turn off the camera so it doesn't overheat. While I chill here for a minute. Make sure my neck doesn't fucking snap off. I'm trying to think of another chicken dish. Cordon bleu, I don't know if it's my favorite, but it is like, at least pretty good stuff. Like cordon bleu. There's gotta be something I like better. Chicken. God damn it, why am I blanking? I feel like I cook chicken so much. Oh, there's a dish. I don't know what the name of it is, but it's like known as Marry Me Chicken. It's like, it's the nickname. It's basically like chicken, like a chicken thigh that you like sear on both sides and then you douse it in cream and then throw it in the oven. I don't know what the like actual name is. Let me see if there's another one for it. Marry Me Chicken. It's a Tuscan chicken recipe. It's a viral play on the older 1980s concept of engagement chicken. A roasted lemon chicken that was rumored to inspire marriage proposals. I doubt you'd call an Iron Strider a Marry Me Strider. But I guess it's called engagement chicken. Is there another word for it? Oh man, it looks so pretty outside. I should go for a walk. Except it's gonna be dark by the time I finish the stream. Oh, you know what? Like coconut curry chicken is so fucking good, bro. Coconut curry chicken. The teriyaki terrors. What's the name of that one fucking Japanese dish? Oh god. Oyakudon, dude. Oyakudon. It's like I think it's like nicknamed the mother-son bowl Because it's like egg and chicken, so you know the mother egg, or sorry, the mother, the chicken, the son, the egg. That stuff is so good, bro. Piccata Parish. Wait, piccata? I probably know what it is. I just don't know that that's what it's called. Piccata. Oh, yeah, it's very basic chicken. I just call that grilled chicken. Wait, is piccata like done in a special way? Thinly sliced flour dredged. Oh, it's flour dredged? I wonder how hard this is to make. I have been looking. Actually, chat. That's an interesting thing to bring up. For my birthday, I always like to cook a dish, just like any dish that people like. Throw me some suggestions in chat, cause like I love to cook, but I almost never do because I try to stick to like my fitness goals and stuff. I can even make it never speak to me or my son again. Yeah, I think it's called Oyakudon if I remember correctly. Oyakudon. Oyakudon. Yeah. It is referred to the parent and child bowl, referring to the chicken and egg. Yeah. Super easy to make. All it is like some chicken thighs, dashi, soy sauce, mirin, brown sugar, and then like you let that like kind of simmer for a while. Like over like diced onions. Like you like grill some onions, and you throw in the chicken, let it sear, and then you like beat an egg mixture and then throw it over top. Sorry, no, backwards. You grill some onions. You grill onions, and then you throw in the chicken. You let it sear, and then you throw in the mixture of is it shoyu? It's basically the mixture of soy sauce, dashi, mirin, and brown sugar. It's called shoyu. And you throw that in, and then you let it simmer, and then after like it's kind of reduced down to like a bit of a thicker liquid, then you whatchamacallit, you like beat an egg mixture and then drip it over top, and then you close it with a lid so that it like steams up, and then you serve that over some rice, and then put some furikake over it. This shit is so good. You serve that with a side of grilled mackerel, bro. Oh my god, you got yourself a fucking meal. It's good stuff. Yeah, I love to cook, man. It's like probably one of my favorite hobbies if it wasn't for the fact that I can get so fat off of it. I gotta sneeze. Okay. No. Okay. Let's see. Here. Should I keep the sword silver or should I make it gold? Let me see. I think I like a silver handle better, or a gold handle better. Feels more saber-y. Neon blue. Oh, for the sword? Oh, you know what? I could make it like a power saber, actually. I thought you were talking about cooking. I'm like, cook neon blue. I got really confused there for a sec. Okay, you're right. We could turn into a power sword. Or a power falcon. Ah, fuck. That was bad. That's bad. That's bad. That's even worse. that's plastic love. I have this song in like 3 different vinyls. I genuinely love this shit out of this song. That reminds me, I have to see if the not only the Mechanicus 1 but the Mechanicus 2 vinyls are on sale yet. That and Forever Winter. Both of those vinyls are ones that I really want to grab for my vinyl collection. Hi, I'm been a longtime fan of AdMag but pretty new to playing them. Any beginner advice for the tabletop? The best advice that I can give you is to play games. Just try to figure out the rules. The only way you're gonna get better is through exposure, in my opinion. Or to, like, not better, but, like, understand it. It's just by playing games. What kind of food do you generally like to eat? Also, good taste in music, by the way. Thank you. I'm a bit of a gym rat. Not lately. Honestly, lately I've kind of been doing pretty bad. Ever since I moved back to America, basically, I've just gained a bunch of weight. I'm still like people still like, no, you look like you're pretty fit, and I'm like, I know that I'm not though. You know what I mean? It's kind of like those I've seen better days. And I guess to most people, I look just normal to built, but to me, I'm like a fat ass. So I tend to just try to eat like chicken and rice, basically. But I have been slipping lately, and I feel like it's just like because when I lived overseas, there wasn't so much accessibility to food that sometimes I'm just like, God damn, it's just so nice to have, you know what I mean? Like today, I was like, I have $15 worth of credit for Uber Eats. I haven't had Shake Shack in a while. And there I go eating 2 burgers. I'm just like, fuck. Now I want to throw up. But, I typically tend to, like, switch between the same meals. Like, right now I have a... What's the name of this shit? Not prepackaged. What's the thing when you, like, pre-make your meals? Holy fuck, how did I forget the name of this shit? Meal prepped. I have, like, a meal prepped stir-fried seafood rice, so it's just, like, white rice. And then I got, like, cut up octopus, shrimp and crab. And I like grilled that and then threw it in a pan and then fried the rice over top of it and then threw some egg on it. Shit's pretty banging. Basically, I'll always go for like potatoes and rice and then some sort of protein source. That's basically all I ever eat. She makes beautiful songs, bro. You ain't in the wrong for loving Plastic Love. Yeah, it's a good ass song. Even the cover by Friday Night Plans is really good. What are their stats? The Serberys? Ooh, off the top of my head. Fuck. T4, 3 wounds. 3 wounds? Yeah, T4, 3 wounds. Movement 12. Ballistic skill 4. They have galvanic rifle, so 4. I think it's -1 base. No, it's 401, but it has devastating. And then they have the Serberys claws and power razor or power falcon, and that one is 4 -1/1. That one does have an 8 AP. I know that. And then they can reactive move. I think I got everything right. Sorry, I'm trying to fix a little bit of the spillage that I did here. Okay. Alrighty, now this part. whatever, I can clean that up. It's not a big deal. This one will bring close to me. Sorry for being on frame. So the thing I don't like about painting trim is that I have to bring it so close to me and like fucking careen my neck all the way down. It's like this starts to hurt after a bit. Oh jeez. I know I'm getting impatient with painting when I start to overspill like way too much, like more than I really should be. God damn it! Like that. It's also my paint is starting to dry up, so it's becoming really chalky. There we go. If you're open to Arabic food, I recommend malnure, which is a meaty flatbread pizza, as well as some lamb kofta and some rice with pine nuts, and some kind of relish in the side. Never heard. Let me look at this up while I take a little break. La Mahjong. I was gonna get Mediterranean food today because I do fuck with it, but Arabic. Oh, that looks cool. That's kind of cool. It's like a. You're right. It's like a pizza, but it almost looks like a naan. Lamb kofta. I fuck with lamb so heavy. You have no idea, bro. Oh, that looks so good. It kind of looks like poop on a steak, but I know that shit's yummy as fuck. I used to eat so much lamb in Korea. Rice and pine nuts is so underappreciated, man. That stuff is so good. I had a friend that I grew up with that lived in my neighborhood when I was in middle school, and it was such a culture shock because like I've never seen anything like it. Like when I knew I was in a legit Arabic household when I sat down for dinner and they were like eating with their hands. I was like, oh yeah, bro. Like they just like grab like a handful of rice. I was like, this is how I know it's legit. I used to have a Mediterranean place that did wraps, and oh my god, they were so damn delicious. Yeah, I was gonna, like I said, I was gonna order it today, but I kind of wanted Shake Shack instead. But that place has like a plate with like lamb, beef, and chicken kebab, and then like rice with pine nuts, a little falafels that they serve that are shaped in the like as hearts over like a hummus, and then a salad. I don't know what type of salad it is, but it has like capri cheese, like a vinaigrette, cucumbers, diced red onions, and then it comes with like a little bit of pita bread. This shit was so good, bro. It's made on essentially naan. My dad's Arabic, so whenever I see my parents, he always makes a feast. Yeah, I fuck with Arabic families. I've been over to a couple of like Arabic parties and stuff like that, like celebrations. And they don't know how to cook, bro. It's so yummy. I won't say it's my favorite, but it is really good. I think my favorite cuisine is still Italian. But if we count Japanese street food, then yeah, no, I think Japanese street food takes it. It's not really like a cuisine, right? But like, it kind of is. Just depends on who you ask. But I fuck with Japanese street food so much. Actually, kind of unreal how good it is. Damn, this makes me want to play Pragmata. Mostly because it's the Pragmata soundtrack. I've always liked this pistol. It's literally just a 6-shooter. Mediterranean food, not to be confused with Greek and Italian. Yeah, yeah. I know the difference pretty well. I don't know the difference too well from Mediterranean and Greek, but I do know the difference between Mediterranean and Italian. I feel like Greek and Mediterranean have a lot of intersection. At least to the untrained eye. To the bigoted. But I will eat just about anything, so... Ah, fuck. Okay, kind of saved it. I really like Korean and Chinese food. The second you get into sauces and dishes you can't quite pronounce, you know it's gonna be good. Yeah, when I lived in Korea, I had a lot of good food. Some of it is okay, but some of it is like really good. I like how Korea, they just like bring out like 17 little plates full of like 2 cucumbers. You're like, what's the point of all this? Their dishwashers must want to fucking kill themselves. Because they just love to have little plates of little shit. I remember there was one time I was like super drunk with some friends in Itaewon. And we had this like blood cube soup. And that shit fucking sobered me up so quick. It was so good. I do miss Korea. I do miss living there. There we go. Okay, I think I got everything. Or maybe not. Food really just being delicious all around the world, yeah. I'll say, like, I have this thing where I don't fuck with Spanish cuisine until, like, it's time to eat it. Like, I'm just like, Spanish cuisine is okay. But then I get, like, it gets served in front of me, and I'm just like, oh, baby. I'm back home. Kinda, I think Greek fucks with yogurt more. Oh, that's fair. Yeah. Tzatziki is easily one of the best sauces ever, bro. I fuck with tzatziki so heavy. Also, my fellow countrymen would kill me if I said that there's such a thing as Italian food because there's a trillion different versions of it, but whatever. I've always wanted to go to Sicily because they have a lot of more like seafood focused stuff, no? I feel like I would be in fucking heaven. I love seafood. Oh, that's what I'm missing. Okay, wait, hold on. Okay, I'm gonna use some black to clean up a little bit of the overspills that I did. And then we can, use some shade. It's starting to get dark outside, so it's starting to actually get dark in here. Let's flip on a light. There's tuna there and sweets that frankly are too sweet for me. Okay. I'm not much of a sweet guy, so that's probably the same. Well, I'll eat like sweet stuff. I don't have a problem with it, but I tend not to like prioritize it. I'm more of like a savory, salty kind of person. Where do I need to clean up? There we go. Well, this is going to be brown, so maybe there's no use in cleaning it up. Here it is loose. Okay, that guy's cleaned up. Ooh. Camera, please focus. I beg of you. Right here. I see you, you little bastard. Oh. Okay. That guy's good. There was one that I did a really sloppy job on. I'm trying to remember which one it was. Maybe not. Maybe I'm a lot better than I thought. Never mind. This robe is a little fucky. More black. Maybe I should make some more okonomiyaki. I love making that dish. It's so good. It's so filling, but it's just a fucking cabbage pancake. Take a little breaky, and then I will do shading, and then after that, I'll probably do a little bit of airbrushing, and then we're gonna go. Oh, 27 away from 5K, dude. I'm freaking out. Maybe it's a good thing I don't reach it today because I still have to edit the video for 5K. I made a post on X. I was like, man, I really just want to hit 5K. And I think, like, I started getting a bunch of follows, and I was like, oh. Like, wait. I appreciate the follow, guys, when I was talking about YouTube. I was like, I don't post on X. Now, how much followers do I have now on X? 249. It's not a lot, but I barely use the platform, so... I haven't had tuna. Oh, you know what? You just reminded me that I can make onigiri. I have some tuna and I have some Kewpie mayonnaise. That shit would be fucking bang. Yeah, I think I'm gonna make some onigiri today. Did that. I had something else. Oh, I was gonna go pasta. I've had this like ground beef sitting in my fucking fridge, and I just like have not touched it in 4 days, and I'm like, I really have to cook this. Otherwise, it's gonna get like really bad. Does painting Skitari also take the soul out of you, or is that just me? No, it does. That's why I'm chilling for a little bit. I feel like I do like a little bit of trim and I'm like, alright, I'm gonna take like a 5-minute break and then I'm gonna get back into it. Painting any AdMech takes the soul away for sure. Oh god, I have so much to paint too, it fucking sucks. I have like a very sizable collection of AdMech, but it feels like it never fucking ends. And then my dumbass decided to repaint my entire Chaos army at the same time. Because like if I wasn't repainting Chaos, I would only have AdMech and then Knights. And then Tau. And then technically Death Guard. But I don't think Death Guard is ever getting finished if I'm being completely honest. But I think I'm gonna, like I said earlier, I think I'm still gonna do AdMech, but I'm gonna pivot over from repainting my CSM to painting my Knights, I think. Just because, whatchamacallit, I feel like I can get Knights spun up faster, and like my CSM is already painted, it's just not painted in a way that I want it to be anymore. So it's like, I can still play Chaos. I just, you know, it's not gonna be the color that I want it to be, but it's still playable. But I can't play CK, it's all gray, so... Definitely not just you, it's why I got 5 out of my 50 Skitari painted. That and I got like 5k points more of AdMech yet to paint. Thankfully, I don't have a lot more. I'm just painting stuff that I didn't have before because of meta changes. So like, I have 5 Fusiliers that I have to paint. These fuckers, actually, they're right here. I have to paint these guys, and they don't take too long. But I have to do them. I have to do 18 Servitors. Sucks saying that out loud. I have another 4 bot squad that I want to paint, like Castellans. That one I'm not so much in a rush for. And then once I source 3 more Iron Striders, I'm gonna paint 3 more Iron Striders. That'll put me at 9, which is exactly where I want to be, I think, because I want to run 3 Dragoons, 3 Dragoons, and 3 autocannons. Out of the whole combat patrol I got over a year ago, I've only painted a single Taraxi. Oh man, that's rough. Usually I'm pretty on top of it since I don't get models that often, but I've still got like 5 models to paint and a few to prime. I have a lot of models, but thankfully I can paint while I'm at work. So, I get through them pretty quick. Like, this last 2 days that I worked, I painted 3 Chaos Bikers, 5 Havocs, and then I started these. That's why they were like base coated a little bit. So work definitely gets me through a lot of my painting. Thankfully. I feel like the last 2 years I've painted so much. Because I was taking a break for the most part while I was living overseas, so... I finished like basically majority of my Chaos army and a really big portion of my AdMech army while I moved back 2 years ago. At the moment, I'm just trying to find a 1k list I like and make sure that it's fully painted and then go from there. Yeah, I mean, there's always like the skeleton that you can go with, but like the thing is, like, right now AdMech has such variety. Basically, if you're not playing priests, you should paint everything else. I almost finished painting my 1k AdMech before deciding to change my color scheme. That is the worst, yeah. That does suck. That's kind of what happened with my Chaos. I was like, The entire time I was building Chaos, I was like, I don't want to paint World Eaters. I don't want another red army. Or Word Bears. I don't want another red army. And then sure enough, after I finished painting the entire army, I was like, I kind of do want Word Bears. I'm going to repaint it. It's my own fault, so I guess I can't be too mad. To be fair, I painted a Castellan Robot, 3 nearly 4 Rust Stalkers, and I'm working on Thulia. I have to paint like a whole squad at once. I can't like do one at a time. Like I can't do like one Rust Stalker, one Infiltrator, a Castellan, an Iron. Like I have to do it all at once. Like it's one unit. You know what I mean? Thulia definitely looks interesting. Does she have any lore? I don't know if she's. I don't know any like super deep lore about her, but she's basically like an Archmagos for the Order Reductor, which is the people that just want to murder shit. Like they just like weaponize everything basically. And she's like a leader for like Skitarii cohorts. So like that's why like it's not necessarily made for her. Like it's not like Fabius Bile's Creations of Bile detachment. But for the most part, the Eradication cohort is basically hers. Like her thing. And she does work really well on it, so there's that. Alright. I think she has decent lore, but I'm not the most informed about it. Yeah, neither am I. Appreciate the stream, good company for painting. Gonna head out, look forward to the next stream. Thank you, I appreciate it. Alright, let me go grab this shade paint, and then we can finish this up. I don't know if that's too bright, but no, it's not. Just turning on the light in the room because it is getting kind of dark. I paint one model at a time because I spend 2 to 3 hours to make sure it looks the best it can. Yeah, that's fair enough. For me, like I like to paint mine to look good, but I'm not trying to win any fucking awards over it. So, but even then, people say that my painting's pretty good. So, what more can I ask for, right? I love this kind of music. I don't even know what it's called other than just like techno. This brush is way too small. Yeah, painting takes an hour or more per model. You're painting Martians? Yepper. Love me my Mars. Although, I do talk about how much of a fan I am about Ryza and Metallica, but Mars is just, you know, the OG. Every single time I listen to music like this, it just reminds me of me being on Newgrounds all the time. Like, okay, well maybe not all the time. I wasn't like a super big Newgrounds head, but I remember listening to this artist called F777 on it. I'm pretty sure I was his biggest fan. As far as I'm aware, oh wait, my local GW employee compliments my Aristocracy of Votaminate the month that I painted. Nice. I don't think I've ever like legitimately stepped in a GW store for more than like 10 minutes. I just like look around, I'm like, wow, this stuff's expensive, and then I leave. I've never played a game in a GW store, nothing like that. Not that I think I can, because I do have a lot of proxies. I think there was one time I stepped in one, and it was like when they were selling that really cool Inquisitor model for mini of the month or whatever. And I went like the day they released it, and he was like, yeah, sorry, we're all gone. I was like, what the fuck? Oh, well, I've also been in the GW store in Tokyo, so there's that. That one's more like a tourist attraction. As far as I'm aware, my favorite Forge World, Triplix, Files, newest lores from the 8th edition Codex, everything past that is just a summary. Aren't they the ones that are like sky blue and yellow, right? Or is that... No, that's Deimos, isn't it? I know it's like one of those. The camera's like really blowing out the colors. It looks a lot darker in person than it is right now. Oh, I forgot all the pouches and shit I still have to paint. Fuck. Alright, then we'll just do shade and then call it there, and I'll get back to it later. Not blue, black, and... Yeah, okay. I was like, it's either like the sky blue one, or it's the yellow one. Because I know the name is familiar to me. And I know because I have the 8th edition Codex too, so... Song. Where's it from? Is this from Sonic? Sorry, I'm not looking at chat real quick. I'm just trying to speed through the shading. Unfortunately, I live in a really dry climate, so my My shades start to turn to jelly, basically. Just starts to like solidify. So I have to be a bit quick with it. I have a wet palette too. It doesn't fucking change anything. It smells like cigarettes. The hell? I think one is calling out to me. Did I hit the backpack? I don't even remember. I don't think I did. Okay, that's pretty good. Stitchies is quite nice. I look forward to potentially seeing your army. Yeah, I've had a couple people ask me for a showcase. I might do one. I have a Stitchies case though. Check this out. I did a video about these boxes not too long ago. Actually, there's a guy in my local area that makes like kill team boxes. I have like the Stitchies logo here. Where like you have all this stuff where you can like hold your kill team and all your tokens and shit. The only reason this is the only model in there is because this is my kill team's been relegated to the 40k box. I've always wanted to make snow Arctic color AdMag, but the guy at the store pushed me away from when I started it, so I never did. Yeah, you know, I was in the same boat. I wanted to make like a kind of snow Metallica color because anything snow Arctic themed is my shit. So. But I ended up doing it with Tau because I kind of little lore dump, I guess. One of my favorite games of all time, not so much gameplay wise, but it just has that space in my heart, is Lost Planet. And Lost Planet is like, you know, ice and robots and giant kaiju and stuff. And I was like, what if I made a Tau army that's kind of like Lost Planet-esque? And that's how my Tau army kind of came to fruition. They don't look like the VCs from Lost Planet, but the coloring kind of reminds me of it, and not so much the robots themselves, but like the environment of Lost Planet. This was what I was like really trying to capture with it. I think I did a pretty okay job. I love how my Tau look. Like honestly, I think my Tau is like the best paint job I've ever done. It puts my AdMech to fucking shame, dude. I love my Tau. That's why I always show it off whenever I get a chance. It is like the thing that I'm most proud of. I should really crack open my paints again. I've been at least a year since I've touched them, hoping none were accidentally open the entire time and turned into a brick. I had to do quite a bit of that when I started painting again. I had to like basically build up my collection again. But I mean, I'm kind of happy I did because I started buying more like different brands. Because when you first get into 40k, you're like, oh, I have to use GW paints because that's what's in the box, and I know it'll like look exactly like yada yada yada. But now I'm like a Vallejo person. Vallejo and Pro are probably my favorite paints. Although I do like the army paints are quite a bit too. So not gonna lie, Sam, I think my Tau are my best work so far. Yeah, Tau just have a way, man, to like they just have a lot of room to look sick as shit. I'm so glad I stuck with the icy and snow theme with my AdMech. They're all standing on polar ice caps on Mars-themed bases. That's cool. My Tau are they're like standing on cracked ice. Have any of you guys in chat seen my Tau? Because I feel like I show it off quite a bit. I'm sure you guys have, because I have shorts on them. A lot of shorts on them. That's kind of what made me want to start doing shorts, was when I was painting Tau. pull it up in a second. Hold on. Grab this water. Here, let me go grab it. I'll grab my Riptide and my Broadsides, because are probably the best ones. Time to show off. Okay, I grabbed 3. So this is the first. This was like the first mech I painted under this scheme. So that's my Broadside. Is he showing? Hello? OBS? Hold on. What the heck? Did my OBS freeze or something? Okay, wait, hold on. Okay. Video capture device. Okay. There we go. Okay, that was really weird. Okay, so here's my Broadside. He's upside down. God damn it. Here's the transform. There we go. Here's my Broadside. He's pretty cool. Here, let me zoom in a little bit. There we go. Yeah. He's pretty cool. It's kind of weird because the camera's like kind of blowing out the colors. I definitely haven't considering I discovered you yesterday while scouring every corner of the internet for any anime content. Yeah, I post shorts every once in a while. This is my commander, my Cold Star commander. Him, I really like how he came out. I could have done a little bit better at blending in the fumes with the base, because it's kind of like a little lifted there. But that's just dealing with the resin, honestly. Somebody pointed it out to me the other day. They were like, your guys look really celestial, because it's like a bluish gold, and I was like, oh, you're right. They look like they're kind of like from this. It kind of reminds me of that area in Elden Ring with the stars and shit. And then my piece de resistance, my fucking Riptide. I love this thing. Yeah, I had to lift the camera because this guy's kind of big. Here's probably good. Alright, Riptide. Yeah, he's way too big. Here, hold on. Let me do some shit. Yeah. Oh, that works actually really well. Alright, I just have to rotate the camera. Just have to rotate the camera. Transform, rotate 90 degrees. Yes. There he is. That's my Riptide. The colors are kind of blown out, though. Here, let me... There we go. That's some showmanship right there. My mouse. Dun, 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 dun. I have a turntable, but I don't feel like getting it out. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, my Riptide is sick. It looks a lot cooler in person. The colors are kind of blown out. If you want to see like a very good quality version of it, go check out my reels. But yeah, it's got that like frosted kind of look too. Pretty sick. Big fan, big fan. Okay. One day I'll put them on the table. Because I love Mecha. Mecha's my shit. Although I don't feel like Gundam is a good comparison for Tau. I'll forfeit that they're mecha looking, but I don't think they look like Gundams very much. I don't know where people get that idea from. Tourists, I tell you, tourists. Okay, we go put these guys over here. And yeah, one day they'll be out in a battle report. One day. Probably not anytime soon. Okay, which way is the camera? Alright, that's good. Turn up the brightness. There we go. Very cool Tau. Thank you. I kind of feel like cold, unfeeling robots, which is why I think Tau really, they kind of feel like cold, unfeeling robots, which I think Tau is really missing. Not sure if that's something you're going for, but it makes them very imposing. Kind of. I kind of was thinking of them just kind of like, I don't really have like a lore for my Tau scheme. I just like Lost Planet. Well, that's sick. He fits so well in the cold climate. Thank you. I keep looking so many cool Tau models and it makes me want to collect them, but goddamn, I cannot afford another army. Yeah, and Tau are surprisingly expensive, honestly. Like, the fact that like a Riptide is as cheap as it is, I think it's like 160 something points. I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, I remember like when every single time I fought Tau, I'm just like, alright, I still have like 5 drops, and like, yeah, I still have 7. I'm like, what the how is a Tau outdropping an AdMech army? What is going on here? No? Oh, my cats are fighting. Stop it. Like, I can show you guys Luna later if she calms down. Okay. Last model. Sorry, I'm trying to get a good angle here since I moved everything. Jeez. The whole point of a ring light is that it helps not cast shadows, and there's a bunch of shadows. Wait, I'm not using this brush, I have to use the other one. Yeah, if you want to see good videos of my models, you can check out the shorts. I even edit them with little voice clips. Ooh. And these horses will probably be in there once I finish all the, like, the pouches and everything. Which I completely forgot about. I was like, oh, I just need to shape these guys and I'm basically done. And then I was like, fuck. That's right, the rifles and the pouches and all that has to still get painted. Done. I do like the fact that since like the bodysuit of the horse is like black, I don't have to worry about like like spilling, I guess, the gnome oil. I just kind of like throw it on near where I need it to go and then just push it around, which kind of makes this process a lot faster than it normally would be. Sometimes I do wish I just had a bucket of fucking black wash to dump shit in. Cause some models feel that way. I'm just like, I should just dump this thing. Put it in the forbidden soup, you know? Sega and Capcom having some of the best fucking soundtracks of human history, bro. It's crazy how good they fucking are. Yeah, I'm a bit of a simp for Capcom, I'll tell you. Okay, that's all the shading I'm gonna do for today. How do I feel about Histarian 11th? Exterminators kinda suck, even though that's the thing I was most excited for. Fusiliers are actually pretty fucking goated. I actually really like them a lot. Fusiliers are awesome. Alright, that's all I'm painting for today, I think. Which I think it's pretty good progress. I mean, we basically, all I need is the accessories at this point. I'm gonna ask Army Painter for a... I'm gonna ask Army Painter for a referral link. I'm using this shit forever. Actually, I've only been using it. I tried to get a referral link with Monument Hobbies, but one of the requirements to join the affiliate program is that I have to make a video a week that gets at least 1,000 views. And I was like, if I could live stream and get 1,000 views on my live stream, then that's one thing. But I'm not making a video every week. That's like, that's not my pace. So, c'est la vie. If the streams get more traction, I might be able to get one. But normally my streams only get like 500 views or 800 views or something like that. So maybe we just need a bigger audience. Okay. I have oils which I wash with, and it makes it super easy because they last forever and you can mix such a large batch of wash at a time. Yeah, I also have oils. I was fucking with oils painting terrain. I don't know what my paints are. Yeah, I have like a sepia and a black wash. But the problem with oil paints is they take a long time to dry, so I prefer using it on larger surfaces like terrain and not so much models because it can get really like clumpy, I guess. That's the only reason I don't use it. Okay, I'm gonna go put my towel back, and I'm gonna switch back to my PC. I'll hang out for like a little bit longer, and then I'll probably get off. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. It's so nice that I can actually just move around a couple of things and I'm back to my setup. Fog? Okay. Oh, what the hell happened? Oh, this mic arm sucks. Jesus. 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 Oh my god, what is going on? Am I tightening this? Or... God, I swear, sometimes I don't know how vices work. There we go. struggling with technology again. Okay, why are you stuck? Should not be stuck. Thank you. Okay, I figured it out. I did it. Just a little bit. All right, chatters. That is it for painting today. Just wanted. How long have I been on actually? Well, only 3 hours 30 minutes. That's not bad. That's about where I wanted to end. I usually try to go for 4. I thought I was streaming for a lot longer because I was in between like daytime and nighttime. So like when I started, the sun was up and now the sun is down. So I'm just like, wow, I've been streaming for a minute, haven't I? But yeah, I'm gonna hop off and probably edit this video for 5K since we're 26 off. Jesus, please. I just want to get there already. But thank you for those who stopped by. I appreciate your company. I think tomorrow maybe I'll stream again, just to playing some Dark Tide or something, because I really have no plans these next 2 days. I'm just kind of fucking about. But yeah. Alrighty. Thank you for everyone who swung by. I will see you guys later. Ciao. Have a good night.